When I started this YouTube channel, I got a message from one of my secondary school classmates, and he was giving me feedback on how I can actually improve my content. I didn't really crash out. I just took it as a constructive criticism and learn what I can actually improve. But a few minutes later into the conversation, he brought out to me that my secondary school friends, they were making fun of me for making this channel and saying that all the quotes that I mentioned in every video were good, but in a very sarcastic way. At that point, I realized that they were not my friends, and I started to overthink whether I should really give up on this channel or not, even though I was only like a few subscribers only. But I was about to give up for a moment, but I didn't really care about what they have to say, because somehow or rather I was inspire people. I don't know if these are some of the comments or the people that I actually somehow inspire. I don't know if they've been genuine or not, but thank you. So as I start to grow my channel from 50 to 100 to 150 to 200 subscribers, I started getting more hate, and there were times my channel wasn't doing very well. I had a video where I thought I was going to do well, but it ended up getting 2 views. I was expecting it to get maybe 1,000 views, but it got 2 views. And this really got me overthinking deeply whether I should really just give up on this channel or not. Because this channel that I'm making right now, it actually brought me purpose. It makes me feel validated. This is just one example. If you tend to be an overthinker like me, or what I used to be, then you tend to feel like you are having this curse. You tend to replay conversation, you second guess yourself, you even doubt yourself, you even ask yourself questions like, oh, what if this thing doesn't happen? What if this thing happens? Blah, blah, blah. A lot of what ifs. But I want you to know that overthinking can be a superpower if you know how to use it correctly. There are always 2 types of overthinkers. The ones that keeps them stuck, feeling like they can't go far in life, and the ones that use it and turn it into themselves to be unstoppable. And if you want to stop your overthinking, control your life, and make you unstoppable, here's how you can actually turn your overthinking into a superpower that keeps you unstuck to being unstoppable in just 3 steps. The first and most important one is change the way how you see overthinking. So I remember every time when I was overthinking about something, for example, my YouTube channel isn't doing well, I wouldn't say this to myself vocally, but I would say this to myself that, oh, I'm overthinking. But then I will start to change myself. I wouldn't say to myself that I'm overthinking, but rather I am analyzing things differently, deeply as well. I didn't say this to myself vocally, and I did it without noticing. So instead of asking myself what if questions and I want to give up, I will start to analyze what is going on. I will start to analyze what is my thoughts. What am I thinking? Can I control it, or can I not control it? Now, the second point is to write it down. Now, I don't know if this is just me or not, but if you're an overthinker, you will tend to have a good problem solving skill. Like, think about it. You're overthinking. That means you are analyzing things differently and deeply, which means you can come up with a lot of solutions on how to maybe solve a thing that you're overthinking about or analyzing deeply. But the problem is that most people tend to overthink about things that they can't control. And what you should do is you should transform what you can control instead. And how you can do that is you grab a piece of paper or your journal book and you start writing down 2 columns. One column is where you write down what you can control, and another column is what you cannot control. This should take you about 5 to 10 minutes, so don't worry. Now, once you have done that, focus on the things that you can control and just leave things behind you can't control. I know a lot of people tell you to do this, oh, blah, 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 but this is actually true, because what can you do about things you cannot control? And if you're still stressing about the things that you can control, because if you keep asking yourself, oh, what if this doesn't work out? What if this? So this works out, ask yourself, what can you do about it? Once you turn this overthinking into a strategy to solve the problem that you can control, you will start to realize that you aren't actually overthinking, but rather you are analyzing things deeply and actually coming out with a solution to solve it. And step 3, which is the most underrated thing that you should apply, which is use the 5x5 rule. I believe that every overthinker should definitely use this strategy, the 5x5 rule. Ask yourself, if I overthink this thing right now, will this thing even matter in 5 days, 5 months, or even 5 years? And be brutally honest with yourself. If the answer is no, you shouldn't even be spending 5 minutes overthinking about it. But if it does, then take a deep breath and use step 1, which is to turn your overthinking into analyzing things differently. And step 2, analyze things and come up with a solution. Make the best long-term decision, not the easiest. Even if you apply these 3 strategies, at the end of the day, you will tend to still struggle with overthinking. A lot of people do. But if you master and implement all these 3 steps every single time that you overthink, you will definitely not see yourself overthink, but rather analyze things differently. It will definitely help you. You'll be fine. Everything will work out in the end. Alright? Peace.